Hi guys, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a reading vlog of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as thoughts began to play. How can this be life?
As you can tell, this background's different. Currently at my school's library. I'm also filming a vlog that'll probably go up way before this reading vlog ever goes out. So I just thought I would just start the video now because I am about to start reading. I think I said this at the beginning of the year on one of my videos that I wanted to end off my year with Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid's. Only because I've pretty much read the entirety of the McReva universe. I haven't read Carrie Soto, but I feel like that's not really going to matter as much because I'm sure we're going to get like bits and pieces of Nina, but like Carrie Soto just came out. That doesn't, we're going to go with this. So, yeah, I'm about to start reading. I'm really excited, especially because I've been seeing so many edits for this book on my TikTok, and I've been saving them and dodging them. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're making a movie, which I will stand by this when I say this book, out of all books, should have been an 8-part limited series. Listen to my idea. I know there's obviously 7 husbands. 1 episode for each husband, an 8th episode to wrap up the entire book, the entirety of the show, and leave it at that. Like Hollywood was such a good limited series on Netflix. Chef's kiss. All right, we're gonna start doing some reading. I'm also eating breakfast, so don't mind that. It'll probably be the same clip that you see in that video, in this video. Let's do some reading. So I'm stepping in. I wasn't planning on updating this reading vlog until I got to at least 100 pages into the book, but I feel like I want to talk about this because I just love the way that this panned out. By the way, this video is going to be spoilers, so click out now if you don't want to hear spoilers from the book. But anyways, only on page 23, and we just met Evelyn Hugo. I went on TikTok and saw a couple fan cast videos. I'm going to put up the one that I'm going to follow. I think this is a beautiful fan cast. And I might mix it with another one. If I can find it, I'll put it up also. I might mix those two up and use some of those characters. Because I just love the thought of Monique being a black woman. Like, I love that. Anyways, so yeah, I am gonna make a mood board for this book on my Notion eventually, maybe sometime this week when I have enough time, and I'll like insert it into the video and like show you guys my process. Even though I do have a video on this channel of me showing you guys how to make a Notion mood board page or like a Notion aesthetic page. I just haven't done one. I don't do one for every single book that I read. I just do some here and there. Besides the point, talking about the book. We just met Evelyn Hugo for the first time. And all I'm picturing now is Rita Ora. I mean, not Rita Ora. Oh my God. Rita, why am I blanking? Rita Moreno. That's what I'm picturing right now. I'm picturing Rita Moreno for this older version of Evelyn. And I love how she like brought Monique there thinking that Monique was gonna write the not silly, but like the story about her auctioning off her dresses. She's like, actually, I'm gonna have you write an entire book. I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and you're not gonna publish a story from, I think it's, how do you say her newspaper? I'll put the name up. The newspaper name. I love it. So she's pretty much got to quit her job. and write this book. And I'm pretty sure that's what this entire book is going to be about, her writing this book. And I'm so excited because I did not see this coming. I feel like I kind of heard about this. Maybe it was in the back of this book, but it just threw me in for a loophole. I'm really curious as to why she chose Monique to be the writer. Hopefully that gets explained. But yeah, I just wanted to jump in here and talk about that because I thought that is so cool. I'm gonna go do a bit more reading because I have to leave in a little bit. So, want to talk about Seven Husbands by Evelyn Hugo because I've done a bit more reading since the last time I chat with you guys. Let me zoom you in a little bit because I feel like you're a bit far. Okay, so I've done a bit more reading since I've last chatted with you guys. I am now on chapter 20, and so much has happened. I don't remember the last thing. I think the last thing I updated you guys on was at the beginning of this chapter, which is still the I shouldn't say chapter, like section. It's still the Dawn what's his name, like Adler section. So much has happened. Evelyn and Celia have become best friends. They met on set of Little Women. They became really good friends, and in the last couple pages that I read, we start to see Evelyn develop feelings for Celia and not really know or understand why she's having these feelings. And then we did a flash forward to Monique and Evelyn talking, and Monique is like, so who was the love of your life? And she says, Celia St. James. And she was like, so you want this book to be your coming out as a lesbian? And Evelyn immediately shut that shit down and was like, no, I want it to be my coming out about me being bisexual. Which is true, because I don't know why Monique didn't think about it, because she talked about the men that, you know, when she started the chapter with Don Adler, whatever his last name is, she talked about how much she loved him and how much she truly had found love. So, but she also talks about how she truly found love in Celia. So, definitely bisexual, but understandable. She's going through like a whole bunch of just like shock. She's like, what the freak? We're at the party, the after party for Little Women, and Ruby had pulled Evelyn in the closet and was like, so she's like, rumors are going around about you and Celia, or not going around about you and Celia. First it was about like Celia being a lesbian, and then Ruby was like, you don't want people getting the wrong ideas. She's like, you don't want people getting the wrong ideas of you two. And then Evelyn confronts Celia about the rumors, and she pretty much doesn't deny it, and then she kisses her. Alrighty, you guys, let's talk about right here. So much has happened. So I'm currently on page 155. I am about to start chapter 25. It is going so good. So much has happened. So I think the last thing I talked about was the fact that Evelyn and Celia were at the party, like talking in the closet, and they kissed. And can I just say, I think this is why I love reading so much more than watching TV now, because there's just things that the way you describe them in a book, nothing compared to watching it on TV. If I watch a scene where two women are kissing, it's like, wow, that's beautiful. But when I read a scene of two women kissing, I'm like about to tear up from how beautiful this is. I just want to read this whole section. And I'm so sorry because I'm gonna hate editing this, so I'm gonna read y'all this whole section because I feel like it's so beautiful. This is on page 127, chapter 20. So it's like, she's like, you know, Celia's like, what are you doing? And then says, I like the feeling of her wrist in my hands. I like the way her perfume premeditated the whole tiny room. I leaned forward and kissed her. I did not know what I was doing, and by that I mean that I was not fully in control of my movements and that I was physically unaware of how to kiss her. Should it be the way I kissed men? Should it be different somehow? I also did not understand the emotional scope of my actions. I did not truly understand their significance or risk. I was a famous woman kissing a famous woman in a house full of the biggest studio heads in Hollywood, surrounded by producers and stars, and possibly a good dozen people who ratted to Sub Rosa magazine. But all I cared about in that moment was that her lips were soft. Her skin was without any roughness whatsoever. All I cared about was that she kissed me back, and that she took her hand off the doorknob and instead put it on my waist. She smelt floral, like lilac powder, and her lips felt humid. Her breath was sweet, spiked with the taste of cigarettes and creme de menthe. I don't know how to say that. When she pushed herself against me, our chests touched, and her pelvis grazed mine. All I could think was that it wasn't so different, and yet it was different entirely. She smelled in all the places Dawn went flat. She was flat in places Dawn swelled. When I tell you guys, I almost cried reading that, but I was in public. And, like, every little, like, tiny interaction that they have, oh my god, like, the description is just beautiful. So, and yes, I just wanted to talk about that. Like, yes, I love the writing.
Hey guys, so I'm really hoping, I'm using my microphone, I'm really hoping my boobs don't interfere with this. Let's talk. Let's talk. Do I have her? Yeah, I do. Miss Evelyn Hugo. Also, guys, I want us to take in the library for a second. This is going to be the last time you see this background. Today's my last day of school, ever. Unless I go to university, but this is my last day of school as of right now. So this will be the last time we film in this library. It's a little bittersweet, but I want to talk about Miss Evelyn Hugo because, bitch. I think the last thing I told you guys, I was almost at the halfway mark. I'm on page 171. And I think it said like 192 will be my halfway mark. So about this, honestly, I think I have to do a couple things with some homework. And I think I'm going to sit here and just read for a little bit. Like, I feel like I need a brain break from class and just thinking about everything. But anyways, so we're in a bit of a predicament. We're in a bit of a problem because Evelyn and Celia, I still can't get it down. Anyways, they're kind of arguing because an article by the Sub Rosa came out saying that their friendship's a little odd and that it might be more than a friendship. So Evelyn's like, I have to go on a date with Mick Riva because he's interested in her. They went to his show. She's like, I have to do it. It'll get the press off of our backs. And Celia's like, no. She's like, absolutely not. She's like, what is she saying? She's like, we don't have a choice. We have plenty of choices. You're being paranoid. I'm not silly. And that's what's scary. I'm telling you, they know. One article in one tiny paper thinks they know. It's not the same thing. You're right. It's still early on enough for us. We can stop it. Or it will go away on its own. Celia, you have 2 movies coming out next year. And my movie is all anyone is talking about around town. Exactly like Harry says. That means we can do whatever we want. No, that means we have a lot to lose. Bitch. She's like, I'm going out. She's like, I'm going to get Mick Riva to elope with me. So much is happening. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go, but I think I'm gonna come back to you like when I hit the middle part or like anything big happens. I just wanted you guys to have a chance to say goodbye to the library because this is it for us in the library. Bye bye.
guys, today is the day. January 4th, 2023, I will be finishing Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am currently on page 315. There is 385 pages. I have 70 pages left, and we are finishing. And I have officially clocked who our last husband is. So, Celia and Evelyn have just met up for a dinner after not talking to each other for years. And Celia just told Evelyn about her chronic illness and about how she has to live till she's 60. I think right now she's about 49, if I'm not mistaken. She's a year younger than Evelyn, and Evelyn's 50. She was saying that once Evelyn finishes her last movie, they can announce their relationship to everybody. They can buy a little space in Spain and live out the rest of their lives in Spain. And she said she wants to bring her brother, Robert. And I was like, who's the last husband? So she was like, or Celia was saying like, oh, me and Robert, her brother, have gotten really close over time. Like, da-da-da-da-da. So then, I read, bam, right here, Agreeable Robert James. I'm so excited. So when I get to Robert's section, I will start recording so I can capture, like, my last reactions. But I'm going to read up to his part right now. Alrighty, you guys. It is currently... It is currently 1:30. It's still too bright. I need to master this brightness. It's 1:30 in the morning. Focus on the time. Not Jenna. There we go. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm exhausted, but I refuse to go to bed without finishing this book. I honestly don't think it's going to take me an hour, but we're going to start a timer. 1 hour, 2:30. If I'm not done with this book, which is not going to take me till 2:30 to finish. But I was on a FaceTime. I got off the FaceTime, was on my phone for like a good hour. Now I'm about to like lock in and finish this book. Please tell me what I think is happening is not about to happen. I need to finish reading before I talk. No. Don't tell me that this is how Harry dies. Because we know that I thought it said he died of breast cancer. Hold on. What? Wait, what? Hold on. What the hold on. Does this say how Harry died? Wait. Did Evelyn's daughter die? Am I just now? The first page, that's the news article. Miss Cameron... What? Hugo has weathered her share of Hollywood scandals, not the least of which being her 7 marriages, including her decade-long relationship with film producer Harry Cameron. The two Hollywood insiders share a daughter, Connor Cameron, who is no doubt the influence from the auction. Miss Cameron passed away last year from breast cancer soon after turning 41. Her fucking daughter died, and that's just now clicking in my head. I thought this auction was for Harry. I thought Harry died. Alright, I need to finish reading to figure out what is happening. Ooh. I'm gonna stop. And then a sad song just came on. They were supposed to go to breakfast. I feel like somebody just beat me up, and I still. Chapter 57. You guys, it's here. It's here. And to make it even freaking better, we end off with, it must be so hard what you're doing, telling your story. So much frankness. I just want you to know that I admire you for it. Don't say that, Evelyn says, okay? Just do me a favor. Don't say anything like that. I know who I am. By tomorrow you will too. You keep saying that, but we're all flawed. Do you really believe you're past redemption? She ignores me. She looks out the window without even looking at me. Evelyn, I say, do you honestly? She cuts me off as she looks back at me. You agreed not to press. We'll be done soon enough. And you won't be left wondering about anything. I look at her skeptically. Really, she says, this is one thing on which you can trust me. So, I'm gonna sit up, I'm gonna face you guys, and I'm going to read the last section, reaction and all. And then I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep. And I'm gonna time check 2:10, 20 minutes before my hour's up. To be fair, I did stop to cry. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, before I start, I need to figure out who my Robert Jameson face claim is. Let's do it. Let me screen record. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Pinterest. Oh, this is puta. Oh, from Wild. He was in Wild Child. That's what he aged to? Holy shit, that is a good looking man. Here we go. Let's look at the final mood board of all our characters. We have Evelyn Hugo starting from real young, middle aged to where we are present day. Then we have Miss Celia St. James, younger, and where we are. We have Monet Grant, love. Then we have Ernie Diaz, Don Adler, love you, Oscar Isaac, love you. McReva, Rex North, Harry Cameron, Max, I forgot how to say his name, and I know that's not even how you spell it the right way. And Robert Jameson. That's it. That's our lineup. Alrighty, let's do it, kiddos. Let's fucking finish. Kissed my wife. Oh, I may now kiss the bride, I said, and I let go of her hands, grabbed her face, and kissed her. My wife. You bitches. Oh, here we go. 60. Stop, because why does this song come on literally while we are reading about Celia's death? That shouldn't be allowed. I had lost her, my love, my Celia, my soulmate, the woman whose love I've spent my life yearning, simply gone. Irrevocably and forever, the devastating luxury of panic overtook me again. Then I hired Grace. Love you, Mooch. Ooh. 63, 64. Ooh. That's how my story ends, with the loss of everyone I have ever loved, with me in a big, beautiful Upper East Side apartment, missing everyone who's ever meant anything to me. Oh my god, please. Oh god, I'm breaking this up a little bit because Jesus Christ. How much more do I have? I still have this much. Am I gonna get to it tonight? Like, I have to go to bed at some point. Okay, it's 2:30. I'm gonna give myself whatever it stops on. 15 minutes, I guess. 15 more minutes and then I'm going to bed. And if I don't finish, which I probably won't, we'll finish in the morning. I also need a break from crying so much. Stop it. The man in the car, the man Harry fell in love with, was Monique's father? Oh. And what's crazy was when she was talking about her experience with being with Harry in the hospital. I was like, oh my god, this poor guy's family who's never gonna get the justice to hear. She's not a good person. She really isn't a good person. Because now I'm thinking of this as Monique. She hired Monique to write her entire life story just to confess that she covered up the true way her father was killed. She manipulated this girl. She manipulated this girl into writing her entire life story as some sort of reparation because she knows she's going to make money off of this. That's going to pretty much set her up for the rest of her life. But at what cost? Her father died. She never knew how her father died for years because you covered it up. I'm like, I don't know how to feel because a part of me loves Evelyn. And I'm like, she had so many odds against her. But, oh my god, I would hate her. I would literally kill her. I don't think I would kill her. I don't think I could go to jail for murder. But, what the fuck? Harry had fell in love with the black man. His name was James Grant. He died on February 26, 1989. Motherfucking liar. Here we go. Here is the thing about fury. It starts in your chest. It starts as fear. Fear quickly moves to denial. No, that must be a mistake. No, that can't be. And then the truth hits. Yes, she is right. Yes, it can be. Because you realize, yes, it is true. All I gotta say is Monique whoop her fucking ass. Now I need to put some angry music on. I'm done crying. Now I need to be mad. Right here. Right here. But this, the knowledge that my father never willingly got behind the wheel of a car drunk, that he was left dead on the side of the road by this woman, framed for his own death, his legacy tarnished. The fact that I grew up believing he had been the one who had caused the accident. There is so much to blame. There is so much blame hanging in the air, waiting for me to snatch it and pin it on Evelyn's chest. The way she's sitting in front of me, remorseful but not exactly sorry, makes it clear she's ready to be pinned. And in that moment, Grace would have to have either walked through the doors or whatever was next to me would be in her fucking chest. Oh, and what makes it even worse is, oh God. What makes it even worse is he's a black man. So already, especially during this time, like, ugh, ugh, my nose is like so tore up. The fact that he says in this letter, I would never forgive myself for causing her pain. And I would find myself desperate to tell her, to hear her thoughts, to know how she is every moment of every day if I was not with her. And like when this book comes out, her mom is going to be shattered. Because her mom, unless her mom knew, no, because they covered it up. But her mom lived her life loving this man. But I think deep down, the mom must have known that he wasn't fully into that relationship. But that's still so sad. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop. Alright, you guys, chapter 66, page 364. I'm stopping for the night because I can't do this shit. My head hurts. My heart hurts. My eyes hurt. My brain hurts. My nose hurts. Everything hurts. I am literally gonna go to bed. Good morning, you guys. I'm here. I'm ready. Last little bit of the book. Got my breakfast. It's a gloomy day. I got my headphones. My dog hears that I'm in here. Let's get started. I feel like this explains it perfectly. So she said, no one is all good or all bad. I know this. Of course, I had to learn it at a young age, but sometimes it's easy to forget just how true it is, just how it applies to everyone. Until you were sitting in front of the woman who put your father's dead body in the driver's side of a car to save the reputation of her best friend, and you realized she held on to a letter for almost 3 decades because she wanted you to know how much you were loved. She could have given you the letter earlier. She also could have thrown it away. There's Evelyn Hugo for you, somewhere in the middle. She didn't tell Grace that she's dying? Evelyn didn't tell Grace? Wait, what's happening? all done. I did it. That book killed me. I need a moment. Alrighty. I'm sorry I look so crazy. I'm like, I literally woke up, made that breakfast, sat down, and immediately started reading because I wanted to finish. It's all done, which means I can start editing this video and uploading it. When it gets uploaded, I have no idea. This book. Looking at this book, it's... First of all, for 350 words, I don't know why this felt so big to me. I think maybe because all the books that I've read, like 300-ish, I've read on my Kindle, so it doesn't seem like a lot. This book took me through it. And I'm sad that it's done. Now, I know when speaking about this book, here, actually, let me put it up right here. Oh, look at that. So, I know when speaking about this book, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and Six have always been the two Taylor Jenkins Reid books since I got into reading that have always been neck to neck when it comes to 5 stars. It's like you can't have one without the other. But Seven Husbands has always been a little bit higher than Daisy Jones. Personally, I loved the Seven Husbands, but I think nothing compares to Daisy Jones. I don't know if it's because it's the first real book that I read, like from start to finish. I don't know if it's the story. I don't know what it is. But I definitely think I'm gonna rate this book a 4.7. It was really good, but it was not like Daisy Jones and the Sixth or From Luke Off with Love. Like, it didn't give me that, like, you know, that like 5-star feeling. Towards the end, it almost had me there for a second, but I'm gonna actually screen record real quickly, and we're gonna update all my bookshelves. What is happening? Yeah, this is my first book of this year that I finished. I love it. Last year I started with Taylor Jenkins Reid. This year I started with Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I am 1 book ahead of schedule. I only put 6 for my challenge this year because I want to, like, obviously I want to surpass 6 books, but I want to see, like, how many books I could get to, and it would have let me put 0. So, anyways, that was amazing. I did make some notes while reading the book that I wanted to talk about. Here we go. Okay, so I said chapter 37. I think it's finally hit me listening to Fine Lines by Harry Styles and reading about the Stonewall riot from Evelyn's point of view, and how everyone, Harry, Joan, and Evelyn, are against the idea of going out and speaking out, has made me realize how selfish Evelyn is, and it's something I hate and love about her. This also makes me yearn for a book in Cecilia's point of view. Someone who wants so badly to speak out on the things she believes in, but keeps quiet for the people she loves. And I think I just wrote, like, little things. So, I don't know. In the sense that I love this book because it's such a good book. The story is so good. Like, Evelyn really is a character that you love and love to hate. It also, on the other hand, was very frustrating because, like, there wasn't really much Latina representation for Evelyn being a Latina woman. And then when we do talk about her, Latina lineage, it's how she completely erased that to be into Hollywood. I don't know. This book gives me mixed feelings. I love it very much. I would for sure recommend it for people to read. I think it's a really good book. In a way, Evelyn is a girl boss, and she did that shit, and she got what she wanted by taking it in her hands. But at the same time, she went through so much to get what she wanted. I don't know. I think it's a very good story, and I'm so glad to be done with it. Yeah. I think this year I want to try to get through TJR's backlog. Let me actually look up what books I haven't read from her. I still have to read One True Love's Curry Soto, Maybe in Another Life, After I Do, Evidence of the Affair, Forever Interrupted. And then there's like some books that she's like a part of, but they're not her books. All right. So yeah, this year I do want to try to get through her backlog. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys in the next reading vlog or vlog on this channel. Bye.